The Joneses are in debt. The Joneses are in debt, y'all. In debt. Why y'all following the Joneses? Why? You want to be in debt? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another day in my life. I won't say in the vlog because I just wanted to pop in with a quick message. Keeping up with the Joneses will keep you broke. Yeah. Somebody wants to sit in my lap. She's so spoiled. Sit here. Yes. Keeping up with the Joneses will keep you broke. I think I've said this before, there's nothing wrong with wanting more. There's nothing wrong with obtaining a certain status if that's your thing, buying a certain house, buying a certain particular car, buying designer things. However, if doing those things cause you to live paycheck to paycheck, you're doing something completely wrong. Now, most of us at some point have lived paycheck to paycheck. Why is it focusing on you, ma'am? You're not the star. I am. At an early age, I too lived paycheck to paycheck, but I didn't like that feeling. So I started watching what I spent, and I've kind of always been kind of good with saving money. And the reason why is because who could I depend on other than myself? Yes, I could have asked my mom or my dad for things, but when I became an adult at 18 years old, once I turned 18, I never asked my mom for anything. I never went to my dad for anything. My dad bought my first car. I thanked him for that. And every other car after that, I bought myself. I felt like I was an adult, and it was up to me to take care of me and for me to correct my rights and wrongs and whatever. It was not up to him. Ma'am, you are just trying to steal the light. You gotta go. I'm sorry. Got to wait till I finish because this is focusing on her. And I'm not saying those of you who you did something wrong. That we're not even going to get into that. But this is the time. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, it's time for you to get rid of some of your bills. The reason why you're living paycheck to paycheck is because you have too many bills. Some of them you don't even need. Some of them you don't even use. Get rid of those credit cards one by one, using the snowball effect by paying off the smallest amount first, rolling that money that you paid off into the next lowest bill, so on and so forth. That's number one. Get rid of your credit cards. Number two, look at your subscriptions. I know a lot of people don't look at this, but you should. From Hulu to Netflix to whatever app that you have that you're not using, even if it's on the phone, get rid of it. That's savings as well. Get rid of that. If you're not using it, if you don't need it, get rid of it. Number two, check your monthly bills that you have to have, like your light bill, your water bill, your light bill, water bill, phone bill, internet bill, so on and so forth. Because when I'm looking to spend less money, or I'm looking to even your insurance, a lot of us work from home. You can get a better deal. You call them and say, hey, I don't drive this car. Can you look to see to decrease my monthly bill? And 99% of the time they can. Also with your cable. So like I was saying, go over your bills, see what you can get rid of. See the things that you don't use. Look at the bills that you can renegotiate. Cable, water bill, water bill and energy, or your power bill. You can get on a fixed monthly rate. Try to, if you can, because that way your bill will not fluctuate. You won't get a different bill every month. It will be the same throughout the year. Check on doing that. Your water bill, I don't think there's negotiations in that. If you have trash pickup like we do here in Georgia, look for a vendor that's cheaper, if possible. We live in an HOA community, so there's only certain ones that we can choose from. Go through your bills and see what you can get rid of. piece by piece so that you will have, do them piece by piece. Look at the amount of money you make, you and your spouse, you and your partner, or you by yourself. Look at your apartment, your living. Most of the times, your living accommodations is the highest bill. Next will probably be your car if you have a car note. We do not have a car note. We turned in our truck because I inherited a truck from a vehicle from my SUV from my dad. My Lexus has been paid off for many, many years. We had a truck that my husband wasn't driving because the company he works for issues him a car every year. And there was a car note that we didn't need to be paying. Even though, yeah. So we got rid of the truck. We sold it back to the dealership. Do what you need to do to live below your means. Do not allow the Joneses or living like the Joneses, comparing yourself to the Joneses, looking to see what they got to see what you can get to. That will keep you broke. I will say it and say it again. You will be broke comparing your life to someone else's and thinking they have the bum life, when in reality they are in debt. I don't want to be in debt. Right now, I have been working since myself and my husband, let me get it together. I have been working since my husband and I married to reduce our bills down to one of our salaries. And I am there. I'm pretty much there. I'm like $1,300 away from being there. And that is the house that he owns in Texas that needs to be sold. Once we sell that house, we can pay all our bills and then have money left over off of one of our incomes. To me, that is the biggest flex, to live beneath my means, not live paycheck to paycheck. Easily, we could be living paycheck to paycheck, even though we both pretty much, I'm not gonna go into that part, but we make a decent living. But the more you make, most of the times, the more you spend because you can afford more things. I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it like that. I look at how much I can save. Okay, y'all, so let me wrap this up. The bottom line is to live beneath your means. Live beneath your means. One of the things that clicked for me to live beneath our means was a lot of tiny homes. I love tiny homes. I went down the rabbit hole of tiny homes, of not having a huge home. Our current home is 2,400 square feet, and 2,400 square feet is still kind of too big for the two of us because, my niece Kaya lives here now, so she's in one of the bedrooms. But we're only in the living room, in the kitchen, in our bedroom, in the bathroom, but we have a 2.5 bath. One of the bathrooms is in our master bedroom, the primary bedroom. So a lot of the space is empty space. Even though it's filled with furniture, no one uses it. So the idea of having a tiny home is appealing to me. I've been fortunate enough that my dad left myself and my sister land, 2 homes that we can easily build a tiny home on. And me and my sister looking to refurbish my dad's house and sell the rental, but that's neither here nor there. But like one of my daddy's rental houses, one of them is a tiny home, and I like that house. I go back and forth from selling it to, I just don't know. But anywho, I'm all over the place. The bottom line is to live beneath your means. If you have a 2-home income, work to reduce your bills down to 1 income. For say if something happens, living paycheck to paycheck. When someone loses their job, it destroys everything because they can barely make it month to month. That check to check or week to week. So if you lose your income, that is very destructive. That is devastating. That is very devastating. So work to live off 1 income. However that looks for you. If you have a car that's paid off, do not get a new car. Keep that car. Keep it in good condition. Keep it tuned up. Do whatever you need to do to keep that car on the road for the next 3, 4, 5 years until you can stack your money. That's where a lot of waste come from, new cars. And I used to be one of those people. I used to keep a car for 2 to 3 years and trade it in and get a new one. And because my credit, now another thing, I've been good with keeping my credit top notch, because interest rates play a large part of being in debt. My car notes are very low. I bank with a credit union. I've been with this credit union since 2008. I get whatever I want, whatever I want, I can get, because I keep my credit up. Having good credit is also a flex. In America, it is also a flex. Not paying your bills on time, not paying your bills at all, because your credit score to tank. So when you do go get this car, when you do need a credit card, you're paying. I've seen people pay 28% on a car note. Like, they finance your car at 28%. That is crazy to me. But I've been seeing it. 28% on a car note? That's wild to me. But it happens. As well as credit cards. You will have the highest rate. So then you go max out this credit card. Now you're paying 23, 24, 25% interest on a card that you maxed out that has 5,000, I'm assuming 5,000 limit on it. Do you know how much that you're putting yourself in debt? And listen to my plea. Please stop. Please stop. Because a lot of times our stress comes from our finances. Oftentimes marriages break up because of finance. Finances play a big part in people's lives. It also determines their happiness. You know, you're living paycheck to paycheck. You don't know, you've lost your job. That could destroy your household. So, we're going to go over it one more time, and then I'm going to let you all go. Pay down your debt. Do not buy a new car. Don't buy a huge house if you don't need to. Look at your finances. See what you need to get rid of. See what you can get on a fixed rate every month. Get rid of the bills that don't serve you. Keep the majority of your money for yourself. For me, it's about retirement and travel. Those are my two top things. Retirement and travel. I love to travel. Yes, we spend a good amount of money every year on traveling, but that's our thing. But I don't put my travel before our IRA, savings account. And when we travel, I have a vacation account that I dump money into, so that when we do get rid of travel, I'm not pulling money from anywhere else but that account. But that's enough. I'm going to get off my soapbox. Please listen, people. The Joneses are in debt, baby. The Joneses are in debt. And I need you to not to be. Okay? Have a good day. And we'll chat later. Smooches.